We have with us Jeff Finch, who is an incumbent commissioner on the Kill Devil Hills Board. Jeff is running for one of two seats that will be elected from among four candidates. And in Kill Devil Hills, the way that will work is the top two vote getters will become part of the new commission. Jeff, the first question I'm going to ask you is, as an incumbent, you're asking the voters to return you to office. Why should the voters return you to office?
Well, experience. I feel like I've gained the experience over the past election cycle. I'm currently the chairman of the Street Improvement Special Projects Committee, which has responsibility for streets, drainage, stormwater management, and various other projects that come up. I spent 4 years on the planning board and currently on the Board of Commissioners. I think experience is very important in this election due to the current economic situation that we're in. We're going to run into several different types of problems in the next election cycle, and I think experience is going to count to help navigate through these difficult times.
Let's jump in and talk about Lowe's. That's been pretty controversial in the community. It's certainly generated a lot of conversation. Your board supported the application or voted for the application of Lowe's. Was this the correct decision?
This was a correct decision because we were legally bound to not turn Lowe's down. We had legal issues that kept us from that. We also didn't want to be trampling on owners' property rights. We felt that if we turned them down arbitrarily, we would be wide open for a very long and expensive lawsuit, which we felt we couldn't defend. Secondly, if you just arbitrarily turn business down, you could also be looking at a discrimination suit if you then turned around 6 months later and brought another retail business in. So we could have been open for yet a second lawsuit. I think it was also the right decision because in these economic times we need jobs. We have people out here that are barely able to pay their mortgage and buy groceries, and I see nothing wrong with adding jobs to the community, as well as the tax base. Okay. Some people just aren't agreeing with that. They just don't think that we had legal restraints on us, that we were just doing what we could to help get Lowe's in. That's not the case. It was a legal matter.
Okay. When you were first elected to the commission, you obviously had some things you wanted to accomplish. Is there any unfinished business from your previous term that you'd like to revisit if you're re-elected?
Yes, there is. As I mentioned just a minute ago, I'm the chairman of the Street Improvement and Special Project Committee. We have a system in town where we literally go around and we rate all the streets in town. They're excellent, good, poor, fair condition. We worked very hard and spent a considerable amount of money in this past election cycle to improve streets and drainage. We're getting very close to getting all of our streets out of the poor category and into a good or excellent category. I would like to be able to continue with that and see that program through. We also have a new recycling area over in the Public Works area that still has a phase to be completed. I'd like to be able to see that through.
The time since you were elected to the board, obviously some new issues have presented themselves. What is the next big thing you see requiring attention in Kill Devil Hills?
The next big thing is going to be the property evaluation, which we're going to have to deal with in 2013. It's going to be a tightrope walk to try to keep taxes as low as we possibly can, but yet not let the taxpayers get clobbered with a big increase in 2013. We're taking steps now on the board to gradually increase this amount and put some money in the bank, so to speak, so that we don't have to raise taxes in an inordinate amount. Okay. So I see that as being one of the big things, just guiding our way through these economic times, maintaining our budget, providing services to the people that they come to expect, not losing personnel. That I think is going to be the big key, just maintaining what we have and maintaining infrastructure, keeping the budget in good shape, and
okay.
Economics.
That's a natural segue into my next question then.
Good.
Do you see any scenarios where property taxes might have to be raised during your next term?
Just the property revaluation that's coming out in 2013. That's what we're dealing with now, and that's what we're trying to keep from happening too hard all at once. So yeah, I think that's going to probably be the significant issue that we're going to be dealing with, is maintaining the lowest tax rate that we can while dealing with the revaluation.
Kill Devil Hills has put beach nourishment on the table in this last year. Do you support this effort, and how do you view the early results from beach nourishment in Nags Head?
I do support the issue, and I think that Nags Head was, for the most part, successful. I think even after Hurricane Irene, it came out real well. I think even their beach nourishment helped save some houses from going in on the ocean front. The matter of how you pay for it, that's a whole nother matter. You know, that I'm not completely sure of yet or comfortable with. Each town gets a chunk from the county money to go toward beach nourishment, and we've set up a beach nourishment fund for ourselves to kind of start building a nest egg. We gave our portion to Nags Head this time around because they had the greatest need down there in South Nags Head. But we still are definitely interested in beach nourishment, beach replenishment, beach maintenance. That's what we have here. It's a beach tourist town. We have no other industry to fall back on. So if we don't do something to maintain the beaches, and the tourists keep coming and like our beaches, we're in trouble.
Well, thank you, Jeff, for letting the voice viewers and readers listen to what you have to say.
I want to thank Outer Banks Voice and you, Russ, and for giving us the opportunity to get our views out.
But we very much appreciate you stopping by.
We do. Thank you very much.
And I want to remind everyone, this is Jeff Finch. He is an incumbent commissioner in the town of Kill Devil Hills and is running for one of 2 seats among 4 candidates in the next election.